All right, welcome back to the Elias Macco Show. Now, as of November, those empty cans and bottles you've been returning will give you a little bit more money back. The refund for most accepted containers will be rising from 5 to 10 cents per item. The goal to incentivize more people to recycle their beverage containers, all the while making the service more accessible. This starts in November. There will also be a wider number of accepted items. It's not just your Coke can or your beer can that's going to be accepted. And by 2025, all beverage containers currently exempt will be accepted into the recycling program. Let's find out more. Normand Bisson is the president and CEO of the Quebec Beverage Container Recycling Association. Normand, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good morning.
Why don't you tell our listeners here what they for November, what they really need to know about what's changing?
Okay. On November 1st, the first phase of the modernization will be in place. As you mentioned, the deposit system will be expanded on all aluminum cans of beverages. So presently, you have beer and soft drinks in cans that are under deposit. On November 1st, it's all cans. So we're adding sparkling water, juices, fruit juices, vegetable juices, all products sold in a beverage product sold in a can from 100 ml to 2 liters will be under deposit and will be bearing a 10 cents deposit. As you mentioned, there will be a second phase in 2025. But for now, all cans will be under deposit at 10 cents. The plastic and glass containers that are already under deposit, which are the soft drink and beer containers, remain under deposit. They also are adjusted to a 10 cents deposit. And maybe I can just add one little variation here.
Yep.
For glass containers of 500 ml and more, the deposit will be 25 cents instead of 10 cents because it's a preoccupation of the population and the government. So the deposit will be at 25 cents for the larger glass containers.
That's the wine bottles, right? That's the big one in that category, or am I missing something?
Yeah, well, that's what it's aiming for, except that for now the wine and spirit bottles are not already under deposit. They will be added in March 2025. So on the short term, it's more larger beer containers. Some, for instance, the kombucha are often in glass of 500 ml and more. So it's not a lot of containers at the present time, but it will be including wine and spirit in 2025. So it's going to be a big step then.
So let's talk about the infrastructure to accept this increase in containers that can be returned. I'm just thinking about my local grocery store and the area that they have devoted to this. How are retailers going to keep up with all of this and these increased measures?
On November 1st, since we are expanding on aluminum and many of the retailers already have reverse vending machines to accept the containers in aluminum and plastic, they will be able to continue recovering the containers with the same equipment they have right now. So it's a very important change in November because when we're talking about expanding on all aluminum cans, it means that about 300 million containers more will be under deposit. And when you return your containers at the grocery store, they are 100% recycled. So it's extremely important. But in terms of logistics, it's going to be managed the same way for now. And in the months to come and in 2025, we will need to install new equipment, a new depot network also to be able to manage the new volumes and new types of containers that will be arriving in 2025.
And sorry if you've already mentioned this, but I did get a message from a listener on our text line asking specifically about water bottles. Are water bottles part of this, the plastic water bottles?
They will be in March 2025.
Gotcha.
Same. Well, it's a different reason than the wine bottles. Wine bottles need different equipment to be managed. So that's why we need to postpone it to 2025. Plastic bottle for water, they are so important in numbers. We're talking about 1 billion containers. So this for sure will need more depot locations to return the containers. There are way too many containers in the water industry, to just simply accept them in the retailers at the way they are recovering at the present time.
So can I ask you, in Quebec right now, what percentage of containers that are currently under the deposit program, what percentage get returned today?
The rate of recovery is about 73%, and these 73% of containers, when they are returned to the retailer, they are 100% recycled. So those are already good numbers, and that's why the government wanted to expand on other beverage containers. We already have this 73% is, if you compare to other deposit systems, it's well positioned, and also if there are so many jurisdictions where there are simply no system at all to recover. So we're not in a bad situation, but we can do even better if we expand and also if we increase the deposit. So the intent is to be on top, to be part of the best jurisdictions in the world.
We're with Normand Bisson, who's president and CEO of the Quebec Beverage Container Recycling Association. We're going over the changes coming to Quebec when it comes to the deposit system come November 1st and in March of 2025 as well. Hey, let me ask you about this. So there is one type of aluminum can that's actually going down in deposit price. Can you tell us about what maybe there are some listeners that need to return those cans immediately so they can get their full value?
Yes, it's the king cans of beer, the containers that are 450 mil. Over 450 mil. And these containers are presently bearing a 10 cents deposit. Since we are putting all the containers at 10 cents, you're right, they're going to decrease in value. So on November 1st, when someone buy one of these cans at the cash, you will be asked to pay 10 cents. But until November 15, we give 15 days to the people to still receive when they return the containers.
The health data from Ontario emergency room visits and hospital admissions.
For instance, in British Columbia, they did the same process a few years back, and they allowed 10 days. It went fairly well, so we give 5 more days just to make sure that everyone has time to return the containers and receive their 20 cents.
Let me just ask you, Normand, on that. So I guess you've got a few days to take advantage of that king can situation, 15 days in order to make a profit. And I think for our listeners, if they've got those king cans in their fridge, in their homes, there's a little bit more urgency to return those right now.
Yes, to get the 20 cents back, yes, for sure. They have until November 15th.
All right, Normand, we're going to have to leave it there. Thanks so much for coming on the program. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's Normand Bisson, president and CEO of the Quebec Beverage Container Recycling Association.